We are live. I guess we're live. How you doing, guys?
Good. How are you, Cliff?
I just had a nap. I feel pretty good. It's I don't know if I'm awake yet, though. So you guys got to carry me.
You better wake up. It's showtime.
Anyway, so I'll flip this up here for now. We'll see. And we'll start our video pretty soon here, guys. But welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the show. And
Welcome.
What else we gotta say here? Remember to hit the StreamYard link so we can see your comments, guys. There's a StreamYard link above that. And what else we gotta say, boys?
Let's have a great show. Did you
enjoy the show?
Yeah.
You guys awake?
We're awake and we're ready. Let's do it.
I think like Jake said, they don't want to see your ugly mug. They want to see the video.
Get the video rolling, Cliff.
Well, whatever. Okay, boys. Here.
Come on, get her going.
I gotta find it. Hang on. Anyway, you guys can talk, eh? Talk her up, boys.
So how was it fishing at Sandheads, Skyler?
Yeah, there is a good one.
Sandheads?
Isn't that where you were?
Sandheads.
He was at Shelter Point.
That's in Vancouver.
Okay.
Yeah, Sandheads are in Vancouver. Didn't quite go that far.
No, well, that's good.
He was in
Just
Campbell
stayed around
River.
Shelter Point.
Got a couple of fish. There's a nice photo that we're going to show later of 2 fish that he caught. So got those on some hoochies.
Bait.
Oh, bait. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're always bait. I forgot.
Good old anchovies.
Chovies? What kind of teaser
Yeah.
head?
The bloody nose ones.
The bloody nose.
Yeah, they're the killers.
Yeah.
Nice. There you go.
Good color.
All
Okay,
right.
well, let's slap up the video here, guys. Cheers. Let's have a good one.
Cheers.
They said, son, let me tell you a story. When I was young, I had dreams of glory. Oh, these mistakes seem to come like a flood. Until my days, they were done. But I don't wanna feel like wishful thinking. Pick myself up and move to the beat of my heart and my soul. Sing a song for the dreamer. I'll see you run, let's shine that glory. Like you were young and you had no worries. Like there was no fear.
Right on.
All right, welcome everybody. See Nick Ferrari on there. Welcome, Nick. Welcome, Nick.
Who else is on there?
Brent Sobey, Kathleen Moores.
Jim's there.
Dave.
Jim
Jim.
Sweet's there.
Jim Sweet's there. Right on. Cool.
Jake's there.
Jake.
There's a Facebook user that said fish on. We can't see his name though. Tina's there. Tony's there.
Right on. So we'll post up our little thing, what's going on this week. So we're gonna have a tribute at the end of the show.
Yeah, we changed it around a bit.
To Bosco.
Yeah, Mike Boscovich is a pretty key figure on the West Coast here. We got some bad news last week that he passed away early January, so we'll be doing a little tribute to him at the end of this broadcast. And display what a key figure he was to everyone that had the pleasure of meeting him.
Yeah. I'm pretty excited about having Scotty Martin on board. The host of CFN kind of got me, I don't know how many years ago was me and Scotty got going with this, but it originated quite a few years ago there, and they've got a great following of people there. It's really doing well. And excited to have Sam Anderson from Nanook. And we'll do some quirky fish facts and get on with fish pick of the week. And give out some Lighthouse Lures, get a giveaway prize for the fish pick of the week. And Right Angle, hey, Andrew, is going to give out the kids prize.
That's right.
Pretty excited about that. Anyway, so our first guest is Sam there. And I guess our first guest is Scotty from CFN there. We'll be bringing him on, and we'll have a chat, see how he's doing.
Heck yeah.
There he is.
Welcome on board, Scotty.
Well, I likewise. And first and foremost, who did your intro?
That was Andrew.
Buddy, brilliant. That intro that's top shelf, man. That's some nice work there.
Thanks, Scotty. I had a little inspiration. Cliff sent me your video, and I'm like, whoa, drone footage. That's pretty awesome stuff that I don't have a lot of personally, but I have a bit, and I figured, wow, that's pretty awesome what you guys did. So got some ideas from you. So
Well, and you know what? This is what it's all about. And first and foremost, I want to say I'm so honored to be here and to be a part of this because, guys, this was a pipe dream. And what Cliff and the rest of you are doing is something that I had envisioned some time ago when Red first approached me. And what you guys are doing, I think, is extremely commendable. And it's going to speak to your industry, your anglers, your province, and everybody that's associated with that fishery out there. And the sky's the limit to where this is going to go. And let me be your prognosticator of that, because no one in their right mind could have told me CFN was going to go where it has gone and where it plans to go. So I listen, any help I can possibly be. But I think you guys have a great support group, which by far is the most important thing. Surround yourself with great people and fantastic things happen.
Yeah, thanks, Scotty. That's great. So how many years ago was it you got started up?
Oof. Well, it was 2016 that Red Angel approached me, but I got involved in social media, and unfortunately, much to the dismay of my wife, she turned to me on the couch, and of course, my boys were all done their rep hockey and pursuing their dream of playing professional hockey. And back in the 90s, I had started a program called Adopt a Walleye. It was an interesting idea. What it was going to do was allow companies to sponsor or pay for privately raised walleye to help subsidize the walleye stocking in the province of Ontario. It was a great concept. We had a lot of backing, and unfortunately, I guess it either didn't catch on, or perhaps maybe some of the private growers had ulterior motives and prices weren't properly negotiated. There was a whole host of factors, and what it turned into was my ability to start raising walleye on my own. So I did that with the help of some people, and we built some ponds and we raised a bunch of walleye. And for 6-7 years, we managed to hand over to the Ministry of Natural Resources in excess of 500,000-600,000 walleye that they stocked in area lakes and what have you. The unfortunate part about it is it all came to a crashing end because we weren't allowed in the rivers anymore, and there was concerns about a whole bunch of things, and one of which, of course, was the health of the stock in which we were taking the eggs from. It's great that you're taking all these eggs from these fish, but we need the eggs here in the river too. So anyway, not to get into sort of the background and some of the dark details, but needless to say, the rivers got shut down. And it kind of went, I was on a pause because the boys were growing up and hockey started. So my life took a back seat. But when I say surround yourself with great people, one gentleman reached out to me from the very beginning, and someone that I looked up to as a young man interested in angling with a passion for angling, which is someone I now get the privilege of talking to every Monday night. He is definitely my mentor and my idol, and someone I looked up to and still do. Big Jim McLaughlin. I've always known him as a walleye angler. He kind of, took a liking to me the minute he met me, and we kept in touch here and there. But as soon as he saw me back in social media, because Cliff, 6-7 years ago, I didn't know what Facebook was. I didn't know what Instagram was, Twitter, or any of the other social media platforms. I don't want to ever know TikTok. If I don't want to offend anybody, but TikTok's not. That looks way too.
I haven't touched that one either, Scotty.
It looks too addictive to me. So yeah, I don't want to get involved in TikTok. But so when my wife turned to me on the couch, I started these Walleye Wednesdays, and it was a tribute to something that, again, I've been very passionate about, which is the ability to keep our walleye fisheries thriving. And one of the most important things in doing that, which is no different than I'm sure with the salmon, we have what we call the egg wagons, and those big females, depending on their size, and it changes from when they're 2 pounds to 10 pounds, the amount of eggs that they produce. So I started a Walleye Wednesday that was basically paying tribute to those anglers that knew enough to look past the meat and return these big egg wagons back into the water. Right. And then it kind of evolved from that. Then we were, spotlighting and highlighting, lighthouse lures like products. And then we were going to destinations like Nanook Lodge, like you're doing here tonight. So it evolved into something that was really big. And it was at that point that it was starting to gain a bit of interest and traction that Red Ando approached me. And how CFN started was actually through Red Ando. And
he talked to me before he talked to you.
He did. He probably did.
It's kind of funny.
Probably did. And Red basically started CFN as an information gathering platform because his son had approached him, Andrew, and said, I want to go fishing. Well, he's from the Philippines, so Red knew nothing about Canadian fishing. But while he learned, he built this album and glossary of information. Didn't really know what to do with it. I think the website, Cliff, you may remember, the website got hacked, and so he was kind of down in the dumps, and I guess he stepped away from it. And much like myself, his wife turned to him and said, you were really passionate about that. You should, maybe think about starting that back up. So he did, and he wanted to take it to the next level, which is kind of where I was starting to go to because of what I was doing with the Walleye Wednesday videos. And he called me, said, you want to meet? I said, sure. I'm going to meet a person I've never met who has the same aspirations as I do when it comes to the fishing industry. What's a coffee? What's it going to hurt? And literally the rest is history.
Here's a good one. Sorry. Jim Sweet asked, does BC have walleye?
BC does have walleye.
There you go.
Yeah, Castlegar, BC got some really good walleye fishing on the Columbia River. So
now are they Oh, absolutely. Now, are they native to that area, or have they been introduced? They're native.
I'm pretty sure they're native to the area. They've been in that that stretch for quite some time, and the limits there, I believe, were like 8 a day, and they're pretty good size 3-4 pound walleye.
So, yeah,
it's interesting too. I was down in Oregon, and I heard that walleye are actually being targeted, especially the larger ones, because there are concerns that they may be disrupting the salmon population. And I understand how important salmon are on the West Coast, and more so now than ever, just because you know, in some places their numbers are in peril. But
what's your guest there you have on Bluefish, Lawrence? He'd probably know a lot about that.
Well, you know, and as just to step back for 2 seconds, because we started the live, and Cliff, you've been with us basically from day one, and you have seen where it has evolved too. And this StreamYard, the platform that you guys are using, is what we use. And you know, for us guys who are not that computer literate, we needed something that was dummy proof, and this platform is by far the best. And there's some amazing things as you will go through, and you'll find yourselves that you're going to love about this platform. But you know, now we're with StreamYard, and we have again, I'm just so honored to have Big Jim McLaughlin, Lawrence Gunther, who is a blind angler, and you wouldn't know he's a blind angler. He doesn't allow his disability to hold him back on anything. This is a guy who not only is able to drive a boat, but tournament fit. Like he says, Scotty, I could probably drive the truck to the ramp and drop the boat, but I probably get too many looks and so I let somebody else do it. But he could do this on his own. Just a fantastic and inspiring guy. And of course, Jason Barnews, who brings an element of the know, you know, when it comes to the science. Jason, you know, sometimes we'll go a little off topic on certain things, and Jason brings us back with facts. So
was he a fisheries officer? Is that his past?
Not a fisheries officer, but he is under contract with the M&R. So, you know, they'll hire him to, you know, for instance, if they're doing an EA study, an environmental assessment study, they'll hire him to determine what species of fish or aquatic life is in a river or, you know, a lake. So he's on hire with the M&R pretty much.
He's a smart cookie. I like listening to it. I like listening to him. He's a smart guy.
You know, and all three of them are in their own little way. Like, you know, I've said many times, Jim could be talking about a car accident, and it would be the most interesting thing you'll ever hear, just because it's coming from Jim. Lawrence, you never know what he's going to bring each week, but he always comes with something, and some of it is, you know, it gets people thinking. It can be contradicting and controversial. Jay, on the other end, as I said, he's the one that I would say keeps us the most level keel, because it's all about the science. But it's a great team. And then every once a month we bring on the ladies. It's ladies' night, and Yvonne brings on a guest. We just had Alyssa Lloyd, and the integration with the female anglers and that element. Not to, I certainly wouldn't want to stigma them like female anglers. It's not that at all. We're all anglers. I don't care, you know, what you have between your legs, but we're all anglers at heart, and we all have the passion for angling. But sometimes you like to hear it from a female perspective, and so we've brought that element to our live as well. And as I said, it's just
we're playing the same.
Yeah, you're going to see how this all evolves and what it turns into. But as I said to Cliff, try not to swing for the fences on the first 10 episodes. Just sort of feel yourself out. And based on the episode I saw last week and how this is going to go this week, because, you've got some great people helping you, Cliff. And if there's anything I can emphasize with my legacy members, my provincial ambassadors like yourself, Cliff, and everybody else who sort of pumps our tires, you surround yourself with good people and great things happen.
Well, thanks, Scotty. Thanks for the great words. And we're going to get on with the show, but
Scotty, quick question, because it was asked, what's your background? Where are you in Canada? What do you target when you're fishing?
So I live in Ontario, and my go-to fish has always been walleye. Anybody that knows me knows that I love walleye. I'm passionate about walleye and the catch and release of walleye and eating walleye. Did I mention I target walleye? And really, we're lucky over here. We have a lot of areas that we can go to target not only decent numbers of walleye, but trophy-sized walleye. We have our Bay of Quinte, we have our Lake Erie, we have our Georgian Bay, French River and our North Country. We have the luxury of having our CFN retreat up on Horwood Lake Lodge, where I caught my personal best walleye. So,
what's a trophy walleye?
Trophy walleye, in my opinion, a true trophy walleye is anything over 27 inches.
Yeah,
27. I thought it was 30.
So
30 was
right.
big.
You're right, Cliff. So some would argue that the 27 inches is a trophy fish. I would hazard a guess that a trophy to me is 30 and up. But
right.
And I gotta ask, what's the best? What do you use to catch walleye? What's your best setup?
Well, interesting enough, and Pete, thanks again. I want to say it while we're here live. Your support over the years, that's a beautiful fish right there, dude.
There you go.
Or what a walleye is.
I'm verklempt. Yes.
We're all from Ontario, Scotty? We didn't
He's
even
from
realize
Ontario?
it. All of us, or except Luke. I don't know if Luke.
No, I'm Albertan, born in Banff.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew.
I'm from Ottawa originally.
Andrew.
I'm from Winnipeg, but I spent a lot of summers out in Kenora, Ontario. Lake in the woods.
So you guys you've had the luxury of targeting big walleye, and anybody who understands what you just held up is a unicorn. Those are 1% of anglers have caught over a 10-pound walleye. That's a staggering number when you think about it. Only 1% of
really? Wow.
Yeah, it's a very small number of anglers that have actually caught it over a 10.
I got an 8. I got an 8-pounder and a dirty.
No shame in that. But yes, Pete, to go on with your question, and thanks so much for all your support from Lighthouse Lures with their fish off and many other initiatives. You've given us a lot of great product, and it's nice to have the support from our BC friends. But the target walleye, a lot of people would say live bait would be their go-to. Again, I'm against the grain, especially from true traditional walleye anglers. I love my plastics, so a paddle tail, split tail with a 3/8 jig head that's my go-to setup.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, I got to connect you with some anglers in Sweden. I was lucky enough to go over to Sweden and do some walleye fishing. They call it Jus over there, Gus. But we went and targeted them when they were spawning up the river, and we were lucky enough. My girlfriend got into one, her first walleye, so 8 pounds. So we didn't measure it, but yeah, beautiful fish. And we had one bigger. So
again, another bucket list for me, because everybody says, well, no, that's not a walleye, that's a zander. Okay, but they are basically from the same family.
Okay, I didn't know that.
The only thing that happens is, for whatever reason, over there, they grow much larger. And if you see on Facebook, which I'm sure you guys have, some of these fish that some of these anglers over in Europe are catching, the zander, oh, jeez, 45 pounds.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I've never fished Sweden.
Yeah, well, let him know CFN. I'll send him your way. There's some avid anglers. So
the Nanook score there?
No, it's getting close though.
Oh, it's getting close. Close doesn't count.
Close.
Getting close to the red horn.
Yeah, getting close. Time to.
They're playing Montreal. What's the score? 0-0.
We're talking fishing, not hockey, Cliff.
Hey, sorry. Anyways,
Cliff's still waking up.
I'm just starting to wake up. Yeah, I forgot hockey's on. Yeah. Anyway, thanks, Scotty, so much.
And before I go, listen, Cliff. Again, I'll single you out. Again, you've supported us right from the get-go. Whether it was our cross-country CFN crusade, our many various initiatives, whether it be fish off related or what have you. Cliff, you're a true steward of your province. You're a true representative of CFN, and I can only say, based on what I'm seeing here, keep doing what you're doing, bud.
Keep the network going, buddy.
You make us all CFN proud, bud.
We talked about that today. Keep the fishing community tight here.
Amen.
Yeah. Okay.
Thanks,
Take
Scott.
it easy.
Thanks, Scotty.
I wish you luck. I wish
I
you
hope
luck.
it's not too cold out there.
Cold enough.
It's 1 degree here or something. See you, buddy.
See you later.
Yeah, we touch on one question there from Nick as well about the borders.
Oh, Nuck's got one.
Oh, Nuck's got a goal. But yeah,
move on. Next topic.
Hey,
Oh, is that what that is?
I was answering a question, guys. Hold up. Okay. When do you think the borders are going to open up? I know a lot of the guys here want them to open up, but
when we're all vaccinated, probably. That's about it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the charter companies that love your guys' business. So
I think it's going to be a while still.
Yeah.
So our next guest is going to be Sam Anderson from Nanook. And Scholar, thanks. Keep the questions coming up there, eh? And I'm sure somebody will have questions for Sam. But we're going to open it up with a little video of Sam, eh?
Oh, let's go fishing.
Yeah, I think it's a little trip up Butte. My son would know this trip, but you go up Butte Inlet. It's a beautiful place. Been there lots of times. I think Pete was there.
Beautiful place.
Yeah, it's
unbelievable.
A beautiful place. So here we go, and we'll bring on Sam.
Taking on the water, diesel and stores, laying up a while before I'm back on board. They're patching her up to go fishing again.
Alrighty.
Go fishing again.
I want to go fishing again.
Take me there.
That was
Yeah. Here you go, Sam. Welcome, Sam.
Hey, fellas.
Sam.
Welcome, Sam.
How's it going?
It's going real good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this is great.
It's good to have you.
You like that little intro video?
You like that? Let's go fishing.
Yeah, let's go fishing.
I wish I was going fishing.
I was headed up just passing Lawrence Point, headed north into the inlet. So,
Yeah.
familiar territory and a pretty magical place.
You don't get much more beautiful.
It's beautiful up there.
Heck
A little
yeah.
history, like I've been up there for probably, I started going up there 20 years ago with a buddy of mine, Bruce Klobchar, used to bring me up to Tommy Thompson's place there right next to you, Sam, in Big Bay.
Yeah, that was called the Wheelhouse Pub.
The Wheelhouse Pub. We used to go up there and go prawning and winter spring fishing and spend 4 or 5 days with Tommy, and it was just great. I loved it. And then I think I met you first when Tommy's place had to sell there, and we had a going away party for the place.
What year was that?
I think that's when we met, and I'm surprised that I'm sure you've seen my dad in passing out there in the water, but he was fishing the inlet spew and some of the local Orange Ramsey and Calm Channel area. I mean, he's been fishing that zone for I guess probably 30 plus years now. So
yeah, I'm sure I met Larry, right? Larry.
Yeah, I think you have for sure. Yeah.
I think he was at that party, actually.
I think everyone was there for that one.
I think everybody was there. But yeah, and then I'd go up with Jake and Johnny. My kids all worked at Sonora, and Jake's worked at Ritchie Brothers, and now he's working for Packard. Yeah, it's so the family's tied in around there, and we love it there. Yeah. We went there last summer, the whole family, and just that background picture is right where we're at. It's a beautiful place. And your place is right across the water there.
You're looking over at our place at our side of the bay.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about your lodge a bit here. So I'm going to we're all going to kind of, I got to go up here to single screen here. So Gonna put some pictures up. Anyway, so Sam, you can still hear us, eh? Sam, you're good?
Yep, I'm good. I'm here.
So there's your lodge there. You're right at Nanook Lodge, Big Bay. You're right near a government dock, right?
Yep. So you're looking at the picture of the bay there, and Nanook is on the south side of the bay, and in the very back in the middle is our community wharf, which was originally a government application.
Yeah,
it's been privatized by our community, so it's a public place to moor. And now our community hall up top, we have some some amenities up there. Is a small trinket shop and post office, liquor store, and a nice little area to picnic and hang out. So
yeah. Is there any questions, Skylar, for anybody? No. How long is the run out from the lodge to the lodge from Campbell River?
Yeah, I think we're going to show a little map on that here in a bit. But yeah, it's typically going average 30 miles an hour in a boat. It's about an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah,
depending on weather, of course. So
yeah. So here's Larry. We're just talking about Larry, your dad.
Yeah. So we'll make a little introduction here. That's my partner in crime, my father Larry, and I think he's watching tonight. AKA Honcho, the head honcho. And if it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here doing this today. So thanks, Dad. Hands up to you.
How many years ago did he buy the place, Sam?
Well, so he bought the place in the fall of '97. We were just talking about that today because both of us, it seems like forever ago, but it also seems like just yesterday. And so we're coming up on our 25th season. So it's a big deal.
Nice.
Yeah, and that first season in '98, Larry had a full season booked, and we had just moved in, and in kind of February, March time period after a big winter, and we had guests booked to come in. I think it was May 20th. So that first spring was a real serious spring, and we had a lot of work on our hands to get things.
I don't know how Luke managed to do that, but he can figure it out. Luke did some technical stuff. He can figure it out. Hey, there's the map of how you get there, eh? Are there alternate routes from Campbell River that you would recommend due to tides and winds, etc.? So here's the map, right?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different ways you can go, and this is by boat, of course. I mean, there's always float planes that'll take you there in a real fast way, when the weather permits. But leaving Discovery Marina, you can go south and go around the Cape on Quadra, and then head up around the backside. Typically that's kind of a safe way to go in the summer months when we're dealing with our northwesterly winds, and
right.
Sometimes you want to avoid going the north way up Johnstone Strait just because that northwest can kick up really good.
Can be bad. I've been up there in some pretty bad ones, but it's usually protected pretty good, Anyway.
Yeah. And both super scenic routes coming in, and also some pretty good opportunity to see wildlife along the way, or fish along the way too.
So want to talk to us about other routes, other ways folks get to your lodge, Sam?
Yeah. So one of our, we have a lot of our customers come from the States, and our main float plane carrier from the States, from Seattle, out of Seattle, is Kenmore Air. And Kenmore Air is, they have scheduled flights sometimes 3 times a day all throughout the summertime. And it's a real easy and fast way to get to us from Seattle, of course. Now, there's Vancouver Island Air, there's Coral Air, there's Harbor Air. So there's numerous different float plane carriers coming out of the lower mainland, and also out of Vancouver Island, the Nano and Victoria as well. So those flights are, they're all under 2 hours max. That would be the
there's some links to it, Brent. Thanks, Brent. There's some links. Kenmore Airy. And who do you get for water taxis?
Yeah, and then there's also public transportation, on the water to come out, and no BC ferries, not yet. We hope that doesn't happen. Anyways, Way West water taxi, Discovery Launch, and another friend of mine is Discovery West, and they're out of Browns Bay. So those are 3 other options. Now, some of our packages in the summertime, we're going to offer, we're going to include transportation from Campbell River this year. So,
nice.
Another little perk for some of our local BCers that want to come out.
Nice. It sure is good the way BCers stepped up last year with this COVID thing. With my business and your business, I don't know if you found it. You got more BCers there, but I know I did, and it sure was appreciated. And, we all need help now with this COVID thing, and who knows where it's going to be in the summer, but hopefully I'm looking optimistic at it. It'll be an okay summer. So,
yeah, for sure, Cliff, we're getting there, and we did, we experienced the same thing, and we had a real good season booked last year, and as of February, it looked to be an above average year for us, and then of course COVID came along, and we pretty much lost everything. But I do gotta give a shout out to all those local supporters that we had last summer. We turned our 500 room nights into, lost everything and turned it into 105. But that was all local new customers from BC. And
cool.
Your support.
So talk about your lodge a little bit here. Here's another picture of your lodge. I'm just throwing a few up here.
Hey, Cliff, can you go back to the first one with the guest house there?
That one?
There we go.
Sure.
So, this is our guest house. This is where all the guests stay. It's 8 bedrooms and 8 baths. It's a nice big cedar panel building, and it's really terrific inside. All the rooms have been updated over the years, and it has a great cedar smell, just like it was built yesterday. So it's a real comfy place to hang your hat at the end of the day.
Is that your dog there?
And that's Luca, the lodge dog. So that's our Great Pyrenees. He's just 2. He actually turns 2 tomorrow. So
nice.
He's a great dog for hanging out and taking people on walks and keeping the critters away.
Yes, the critters, yeah.
And mainly deer and squirrels.
Yeah. How much? Oh, yeah, we'll get to that, Jim. But how much does it stay there? But Luke, can you talk at all, or you muted or what? Anyway, it's all good. So what this is on the deck A, I guess, right?
Yeah. So we have a few. I'll tell you more about this here in a bit. But we have a lot of activities besides fishing that we offer at the lodge. And one of the big hits that we've had in the last few years, especially in the evenings and at nighttime, is our cornhole or bags games. And we're having another set of professional boards built for this next upcoming season. But it's a lot of fun. We try and have a lot of fun in our place. I mean, we have a fire pit. We have a little. There's a better picture of the deck.
You got the fire pit there.
So there's 1,000 square foot deck there that's just right over the water. And I tell you what, I have to brag about our sunsets. They're absolutely. And there you go.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful for sure.
And what time does it get dark there, Sam? You got sunlight till 11 p.m. in the summertime?
Yeah, right at the end of June there, it seems like it is about 11 o'clock. And, the peak of the summer, but, it fades quick, but pretty amazing. We have just so many unique sunsets and sunrises. It makes for a great place.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. There's a little golf pad down there. We do offer some other activities as well. My amazing, wonderful girlfriend, Jen, she's certified with yoga, massage, and acupuncture. So we're starting to incorporate that into our show as well.
So Sam, just curious. So what, we got some photos of some clients here. What type of clients do you get there? I'll start with these guys here.
Yeah, so this is Rob Graham on the far right. Great new friend and customer from Vancouver. They own Ocean Food Sales, and a random inquiry we got last summer where, they were, I think they typically go North Coast or somewhere where they couldn't be last summer, and they decided to try us out. And so that's one of our new groups.
Nice.
Yeah, great folks. We hope to have them back this summer. I think we will.
I don't know who Facebook user is, but you just got to hit the StreamYard link so we know who you are there. But
yeah,
it's usually a fully guided trips. Hey, Sam?
Fully guided. That and that's for different reasons, but we do work with people. So if there's somebody that has experience, this group in particular on the screen right now, they actually brought all of their own gear, and we welcome that kind of thing. For people that want to bring their own setups, that's fine. But typically, it's fully guided.
Mike Miller asked how many guests you can accommodate.
Well, this is a good example right here. This is group USAA Real Estate from the States, and these guys are they're great friends, great customers. They've been with us for I think over 10 years now. And they come once a year, usually in August, but it's always 14 guys. So we've done groups of 16. Anywhere from 12 to 16 is pretty comfy at our lodge. We've even done a family of 20 before, where we're shoving beds in different rooms and this and that. So
nice.
So we really like to work with people, but yeah, 12 to 14 is real comfy. So
a little story about this guy, Sam.
Yeah, so it's another new customer, a new friend that came up last summer. He actually came up with Tommy Thompson, and Tommy has a group of friends that all kind of, I guess, started their careers around Whistler ski area. So this is Rob Graham. Rob Graham, an ex-Olympic pro skier, and that's his first Tyee. That's a 30 and a half that we were able to get there in Nadal's channel. So,
Grace, you got turned down in the hockey game there.
I don't have a hockey game on.
Well, people are hearing it.
I have your show on.
Sorry, Sam. I don't know.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah, so we hope to have these guys back as well. Lots of fun, and it was pretty awesome that we had some local inquiries, and it was really made these guys were happy. We're real easy to get to, and everything is laid out real nice, and we plan our trips accordingly. So that's good.
Right on.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about food a little bit. We got the little dining room here. That's a nice view.
That's the Nanook dining room. So it's a strange picture because it's a small setup, small table, but this area is where we can host 14 to 16 people with multiple tables, and again it's a nice panabode building with all nice artwork up on the walls and beautiful view out the windows.
I love the view, man.
It's a comfy spot. So
yeah.
The other side of the dining room is the bar area.
So is that where you'd have breakfast, Sam?
This is where we set up our breakfast. So we typically, Cliff, we put up a nice continental spread in the morning. Fresh baked goods, fresh fruit, juices, oatmeal, all that kind of stuff. And then every day we'll either have a breakfast burrito or a breakfast sandwich that people can take out on the boat with them.
And then your lunch, you have it at the bar sometimes.
Yeah, so these are friends of ours at Shoal Bay on East Thurlow Island. The Inn at Shoal Bay, and you can find them on Facebook or Instagram. But we kind of have an exclusive thing with them. They host our groups every once in a while with wood-fired pizzas and epic Caesar drinks. They make the best Caesars around. So nice. It's real close to the fishing zone. That's only a few minutes from our fishing zone. So as opposed to coming all the way back to the lodge, which is only 15 or 20 minutes for a hot lunch, sometimes we opt to go to Shoal Bay for lunch.
And then you have a dinner like this. Yeah,
there you go. Some real good epic garlic mashed potatoes, and there's a little fillet there cooked
after a day's fishing, Sam.
Say it again?
After a day's fishing.
After a day's fishing, there you go. And of course, after we come in off the water, first things first, we have a cocktail hour and we have a big appetizer spread. So once a group, we do we do an oyster bar, we do a Caesar bar outside, and then it's followed by a 3 or 4 course meal, dinner service, which is it's all we try and shop locally and organic and try and give you guys some fresh, good seafood. So
we're gonna talk about your photography real quick here, Sam. So Luke, you want to get going on that, eh?
Yeah, well, I understand you might be getting a new addition to your fleet, Sam.
Yeah, we have. I went out on a limb last summer. I had an opportunity I couldn't pass up, and actually, this photo right here are some of my photography supporters and good friends out of Victoria, BC, and they're helping me develop our new photography venture. So we've done photography workshops for several years now, and now we actually have better means of doing the photography workshop in our new Zodiac.
Wow.
So, that's the new rigid inflatable. It's a military spec boat, and the thing is it's like driving a Humvee around the ocean. It's safe and reliable and so much fun. So
that's what you need for out there. I know you have ample places at your doorstep. Where Jimmy Judd's right across the bay from you, where you got usually about 50 eagles circling at peak tides usually.
That would be, I'd say that would be a light tide. I'd say something like a couple hundred eagles that are circling there, and the population seems to be growing, which is great. So,
yeah, I know you could probably with photographers just take them there, and they'd be happy with the trip. But I assume that would just be the start of the eco tour.
Yep, and it's funny. We try and customize all of our trips, and I'm so super happy to have such a small place where we can do that. And it's really nice because we've had a lot of groups that have come, and the first 2 days, the fishing is hot and they've got their limit, and they start asking us, what else can we do? And that's when we say, well, what else would you like to do? We can go look for a humpback. We can go look for bears. We can go look at the eagle show. I'm actually certified to do a lot of different things, activities, and so we tell people, if you want to go for an intertidal tour, or you want to go hiking, you want to go for a rainforest tour, we have lots of nice trails around Stewart Island, and then you guys probably know, Cliff and Luke, sometimes the best way to see some of this wildlife is to be trolling at 2 miles an hour along a shoreline.
Yeah, exactly.
You're quiet, and you got you're watching your rod tip, and all of a sudden, boom, there's a humpback right next to the boat. It's great.
Yeah, how many of those have you seen, while you're trolling along Butte?
It's a very familiar sight, and I can't wait to get back up there in the springtime for more black bear action. So,
yeah, it's always beautiful there, man. I love it up there. It's the most plentiful wildlife I've ever experienced. It's just crazy.
Everywhere you look.
So we have this. You guys know the tidal influence up there. I mean, we have such a complex tidal system, and it just seems to create a very nutrient-rich water column. So all of a sudden, Stewart Island is the epicenter of all the eco tour boats and a lot of the wildlife and eco action, around our area. So
yeah. How's the fishing? How's the fishing there?
Fishing is still pretty damn good. Fishing is good.
That's your girlfriend there, eh?
Yeah, that's Jen. That's my girlfriend, and she's a slayer. She loves to go out and fish, and we do well. So I think that's actually a picture from Denham Bay, which we might be talking about a little bit later.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we will.
Yeah.
There's some fish.
So that's a real. Cliff, your son Jake would call that a chrome hog.
The chrome hog, yeah.
Yes,
Hashtag
we would.
chrome hog. So that's a beauty. That's up Butte. That's probably up about halfway up the inlet, 25 miles about, if I can remember right. And I'm thinking that is a May time frame. So
Beautiful fish. Yeah, beautiful picture.
yeah.
There's a big fat one too.
This was the end of this season. This would be in September, and believe it or not, it looks a little snaky, but that's a 30 and a half, I think, right there.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Well, you're so tall, it makes all the fish look small.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
That's a little bit bigger. This guy's, I think, 35, 36, something like that. It's another big beauty from the zone. So.
Fishing's good all over up there, but I'll tell you, I find it probably one of the hardest places to learn in all the Vancouver Island waters I've fished. I've fished them all, except for maybe Hardy. I don't have a lot of experience, but this place is just a challenge, and I love it. And it's beautiful. Anyway,
Cliff, you're right, and I hear that all the time, and really, some people call it retirement fishing because the water is so calm and so nice. But then I say, you know what? Yeah, it is above the water, and but below it's a different story. We're dredging through canyons. We're looking for structure. We're looking for bait, and really, it can be a challenging fishery, but it's also a super rewarding fishery. So
yeah,
I'm pretty stoked on it. Yeah.
You guys come on back in here. I'll turn the cam back on.
Well, yeah, Sam, you can touch it. I mean, within a 20-minute drive, you have 5, 6, 7, 8 different spots you can choose from.
You're totally right. And, that's something I didn't touch on is we have almost, it's kind of like the seasons of the year. I mean, we have about 4 different fisheries or 4 different fishing seasons. And all of them are pretty epic, and all of them are completely different. So, our spring fishery, is some of the mainland fjords and some of the mainland arms, and you're trolling along looking for bait, looking for structure, but you have a lot of those feeder springs that are intercepting the herring spawn and bright, super strong, healthy fish, and so that's a good one. And then get right into the summer months where everyone's experiencing the big migratory run coming through. So,
Luke wants to talk to you quick about where you fish.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than feeling
You got a map.
18-pound feeder. But yeah, I'll pull up some maps and we'll check out Denham Bay here.
for sure.
Show you the fishing holes. We got here, right here. So you can see Big Bay here. I've got highlighted, and a route to Denham Bay. So that's under 20 minutes.
You know what? I think
not even.
I think that's about 12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Yeah, not mistaken.
So you can pretty much fish till sunset and then head to the lodge.
You know what? You really can. And like I said, I mean, we like to work with our groups, and it's kind of like, if we have to do an early dinner so we can do a late evening fish, we'll do it. Typically it's one shift in the morning, and then we take a break and we do another shift in the afternoon. But one of those 2 tides will be a flood, and Denham Bay is a flood spot. So
yeah, and you can see. Can you expand on why Denham Bay is so good on the flood?
Yeah, this is a little bit of kind of theoretical, I guess, but I think most people would agree with me. If you go across from Denham Bay to the opposite shoreline, and that's Sonora Island. Right there is Hall Point where the arrow is. So if you picture a flood tide, a whole big volume of water coming down what would be the east side of Sonora Island there, and when that big body of water comes down and hits Horn Point, the very bottom of Denham Bay, it creates a real big back eddy. So Denham Bay and the mainland side of this channel, of Cordero Channel, actually turns into a giant back eddy with multiple eddies inside of it. So it's kind of I would call it like a holding zone for fish, for bait fish, for salmon alike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's the tack. You want to talk about the tack real quick, Luke?
Yeah, well, you can see the tack here, where typically something we haven't touched on before. Everyone knows right side to the rocks. If you're ever at any of these fishing holes, especially Denham Bay. You're going to see a lot of seasoned guides there. So if you start tacking up against the wall and your left side is to the rocks, you're going to get a lot of angry looks and maybe some angry comments as well. So it's a good idea. You ever come into Denham as well, don't burn through the packs. If you see a bunch of boats fishing here, don't burn in and start cruising around and waking everyone out. Come in slowly. Usually depending on the tide, we're flood or ebb. You want to start on the top end or bottom end, but I'll typically come right in here, and there's a set of reef sticking out here. I'd like to have contour maps, but we don't currently have a good contour map, so we're still waiting on permission from Navionics. And so yeah, you basically just follow.
And Andrew's light burnt out. Did your light burn out, Andrew?
What are you talking about?
No, it went off.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So yeah, you can see how we've split it up. You got 3 tacks here. Wherever you're here on the radio, the guide's talking. You got the bottom end, Big Rock and Glory. You can see Big Rock. There's a big landslide that issued here and deposited a bunch of debris into the bay here, and you'll see a bunch of rubble on the beach. So often you'll see guides focusing in around Big Rock. You got some deep structure in around here, and fish will hold. And as when you got big flood tides as well, you get a lot of fish being pushed into calmer waters in the bottom end, and that's typically where you'll find them. What about you, Sam? What type of gear you typically like to use when you're fishing Denham?
Yeah, well, I was just going to say you nailed it there, Luke. All that sounds pretty good to me. And what you were talking about, referring to before, the right rod to the shore. We have a 3 strikes rule, so it's like first strike we give you a little heads up on the tack, and second strike might be a little bit more serious. Third strike you're out. So
definitely. The lodge I worked for, we typically wanted the guests to play all the fish, set all the hooks, so it was a learning curve the first day. There was some missed opportunities.
Right. And you know what, everybody, that is the best way to fish the bay. That's why we've set it up like that.
Typically 120 feet, Jim. Sorry.
It works great. We keep spread out, and everyone keeps in line, and gives everyone a good opportunity, a good chance for the fish.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of a mixed bag in there, and I don't, I like to mix it up with my gear. So, I'm a gear fisherman. At the same time, I like fishing bait. I think it just kind of depends, and you got to be in there from day to day to kind of see what's going on and figure out what patterns are the fish are feeding on. So
yeah.
And yes, sometimes that inside tack, you fish a little shallow, and then you come back down on the outside tack, and you're screaming along with the flood, and you might drop your lines deep, go down to 180, 200 feet. So.
Yeah.
Okay, Luke, can you get us back on there?
Yeah, let's get us back on. Enough maps.
Thanks, buddy. I don't know. There we are. Well, Sam, we got to say thanks, buddy. We're going to let you go, buddy. We got to get on here.
Hey, I really appreciate having me on, guys, and thanks a lot. And I just want to tell everybody that we are taking reservations at the moment right now, and we're looking forward to a good year in 2021, despite COVID and everything else going on. But we're going to be ready to rock, and we'd love to have you guys out. So and thanks for all the support over the years, and especially this last season. Thank you very much. We actually survived, and we're not going anywhere. We'll be here this year and the next after that. So
amen, brother.
Heck yeah.
So thanks, Sam.
Hope to see you out there.
And can people, if they want to book, can they reach you through an email, through your website?
Yep. So we have a contact on the website. You can contact me directly with my email, which you guys probably have there, or my cell phone. Right now, we're adjusting some of our stuff for next season, so look for that shortly. It'll be advertised on the website, and we'll have rates and everything on there as well. So,
thanks, buddy.
Well, I know.
One more thing. Last year, we went through all the COVID protocols at our lodge.
Right.
We didn't have one hiccup, and we're going to do that again. So we're fairly familiar with everything, and everything went real smooth. So
great,
buddy.
Great to hear.
Awesome.
Have a good night, eh?
Thanks, Sam.
Ciao.
Cheers, Sam.
Take care.
Yeah. So we're gonna move on with fish picks. Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Get these pictures going.
That was great, eh? Sam's a great guy, man. Yeah,
Let's see the pics.
The pics. Okay. Here we go. Pete,
Yes.
you know this young lady here?
Yeah, that's Krista Wilson. Nice fishing out of Campbell River, and she's got a nice pink salmon right there.
Yeah, right on. There we go. Fish of the week, sponsored by Lighthouse Lures. Yeah.
Nice fish.
Who's this, Andrew? You know who this is, right?
I believe that picture came in from John Powers via Facebook. That's his son's
Right.
significant other
Right.
with her new coat and her first fish. So that's a pretty awesome way to break in a coat.
Yeah, they said she didn't want to let it go. They didn't even have to balk it. I guess she was hugging it so tight. Yeah.
No, looks like she choked it out.
Here's
There's Kai out of Yuki. Yeah.
you remove that banner there? Who's that,
16-year-old, 16 years old, Andrew, I think, around that.
Around there, yeah.
Yeah, those guys do a lot of fishing up that way, and a couple of nice hallies.
Yeah, and they go out in their 14 or 15-foot aluminum boat quite regularly out to the big bank. It's pretty crazy.
Wow.
He wouldn't tell me where he's fishing.
Can you blame them?
There's John Creania. Creania from Vancouver.
That
Fishing up in Port Hardy, I guess.
It's rough living right there.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I like that picture. Here's Jim.
Give me
Oh,
sweet.
a beauty.
Fishing off of Sandheads, probably late August, probably September, actually, with a nice Chinook right there.
I love that picture.
Great
Awesome.
photo.
Nice fish.
And that's how you take notes on holding the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Chase. He lives in Campbell River. Yeah, I think he knows Sam Anderson. I know he's a friend of Wes Sewell and my son's. He's a really good guy. He's a lineman, I believe. But that's a big spring up in Winter Harbor.
Yeah, that is.
Who's this
Right
guy?
there's the big ones.
Jeez, the
Tyler,
school
tell
skipper.
us, what happened? How'd you get them?
Oh, just fishing around Shelter Point, right on bottom.
How deep?
Oh, we were fishing, I think, probably 210 right on the bottom.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Right on. Using
Yeah.
chovies.
What?
Chovies.
Yeah,
Using
anchovies.
chovies. On
Good
both
old
sides.
anchovies.
Bloody nose teaser head.
That's right.
On both setups. Both setups.
Yeah, we had one bloody nose, and we had the other one. It was like purple chrome one. I don't know what it was called.
Oh, yeah. Right on. Were you trolling fast?
No, not too fast. Kind of like 1.9, 2.1, 2.1, 1.9.
Long leader? Short
Yeah.
leader? Long leader?
Yeah,
Your dad
Probably.
uses long leaders in the winter, eh?
yeah. Seems to work for us.
Did you tie him up or did your dad?
I think Dad tied the purple one. I tied up the bloody nose one, the killer.
Oh, yeah. Which one? Did that one work the best?
No, actually, the purple one caught most of the fish, but
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
You had a good day. That's great, man. Great.
Yeah.
Out. Here's Andrew Buckland. He's from, I think he lives in Cumberland, but he guides out of Yuki, and he's starting up his independent guide business. I didn't get the name of it, but it's his first year. He's gonna jump on board the guiding business, eh?
That's a good photo right there.
Heck yeah.
A nice halibut.
Yeah, beautiful.
I don't know if anybody knows Brad Lucas. I think he's over in the Vancouver side, the mainland side. I don't know if he commented on here at all.
Got that chum on the fly.
Yeah, it's a nice chum.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Jaskin.
Yeah, Brad's on here tonight too. So
He's fishing China Creek there with his kids, teach them how to cast, I guess. I guess fishing was slow that day.
Looks fun.
Yeah.
steelhead.
I don't know who this guy is. Well,
Oh, looks like a beautiful lady.
That's Evelyn turned in that picture.
That's my better half.
Yeah, that's
Nice photo. Nice photo.
Where was that, Luke?
Oh, that was up Toba.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, early
Nice.
season.
It's a beautiful picture.
Heck yeah.
There's my son Johnny. I did a terrible edit on that picture. I cut
Way to
the
go,
fish.
Cliff.
Nice work. Good job.
Cut the,
How did that make the cut?
you know why I cut the head off of that? Because we were in a derby for that one, and when we waded in, they had the tail of the fish on the ground when they were weighing it, and I think we came third. Anyway, it's pretty funny. Anyway, we mentioned it after. Here's Montague.
Montague.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, he's out of Campbell River.
Oh yeah,
Obviously, he didn't get those out of Campbell River, but he's out of Campbell River.
that's some nice albacore tuna there.
You cut their heads off again.
Listen, it's really difficult doing all this editing, but I did the best I could. Next week, Andrew gets to do it.
Oh, nice.
There's another one with no head.
Well, you got the banner. Remove the banner there. I don't know.
Andrew, time for the red light on these photos. I think.
I think Clint's getting the red light on editing
serious
photos
cropping
here.
issues going on here.
Oh, you guys can do it next week.
Oh, don't start chirping Duff. He's gonna.
Yeah.
This is James. Who submitted this one? James. I can't remember his last name. He's a guide, and they got this near Comox. Actually, 60 feet of water, I believe. He said. Hey,
Yes.
Pete.
Yeah, nice fish.
I don't know. You were talking to him. Oh, Jamie Fisher. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jamie. Forgot your name there. This is Mark Newdorf. I think he's from Prince George. He was fishing up in Rupert. Well, these guys, they had a bunch of pictures they submitted.
Yeah,
Hello.
I know Mark. Yeah, he's got some gear off me before. He's a good guy.
Yeah, get Duff another beer. Yeah, thanks, Lawrence.
Might need one.
I'm ready. Here's a nice one here. I did okay on that.
Pounds.
I did okay on that one, didn't I?
That's a nice photo. Heck yeah.
Head in that one there.
Brad Stokes.
36 pounds.
Dave Kozowski. He runs a little river hatchery. We're gonna hopefully have him on one day. That's his parents.
Some good white bacon.
Couple
Put that in the freezer.
Well, speaking of Lawrence, that's Lawrence. They're Ocean Gambler. He always sports the kids there. Gets about fishing.
That's a good shot. That's a great shot.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Yeah, really good. Oh, 3-3 tie.
3-3.
Where's the
Uh-oh.
red light?
Come on, Andrew.
Montreal scored.
Did you lose the batteries or what?
No, it went off. Oh
There's
my!
it,
Look at that guy.
There's a
Miller.
friend, Mike Miller.
Not
And,
a bad looking fish off. I don't know. That looks like North Arm, maybe that one.
mhm.
North Arm of the Fraser.
Anyway, that's it. So
That's it. That's all.
that's it. You guys, we already talked about the winner, right? So Pete, who'd you pick there?
Well, let's see. We've got prize pack here. Put a good prize pack together this week. Jughead stuff. We got some Megabyte. We got some Big Eye spoons. We got a whole bunch of stuff. And the big winner this week is. Can we get the photo up?
Sure. You guys do the drum roll?
Jimmy prize this week with his great fish on sandheads. Well done, Jim.
Congrats,
So,
Jim.
We'll mail
There
that
you
to you. There you go. Good stuff.
And Andrew,
Yes.
we got a prize pack coming from Right Angle.
Yep. So the kids' pick of the week, courtesy of Right Angle Tackle out of Victoria, goes to the Ocean Gambler.
Lawrence. Congrats.
That's awesome.
Congrats, you guys.
Congrats.
Whole herd of kids on the boat there. That's a great photo. So
You gotta sneak a beer in with that Ocean Gambler prize because he likes to film his tackle as he's opening it and then crack a beer. So you don't want to leave him hanging there.
Is Andrew available as a prize? Oh boy.
my God.
Here we go.
Who are you paying to post this stuff, Andrew?
I don't know.
I think he's got a buddy doing this.
My bet is Mike Miller. Honestly.
Anyway, you guys, we're gonna go out with a little tribute to Bosco.
Yeah, kind of a somber note, but
It's a little bit of somber note, but thanks for coming, you guys. Thank you. Thank all you guys. It was a busy weekend. We went a little bit over our time, but that's okay. It was nice talking to Sam and Scotty and joining with all you guys.
heck yeah.
So,
And many more good times to come. What do we got on board for next week?
Yeah.
oh yeah, next week we get to go gone fishing in Courtney with Jordan, and we're going down to the tackle shop, which will be good.
Be live on location.
Live on location.
Hey, come on, where's the prawn jokes or something, Pete?
Oh yeah, okay. A quick one for you. Did you hear about the salmon that broke his fin?
No.
Oh, he had to go and see a sturgeon to get it fixed. Oh yeah.
On that note,
I think Pete might get the double.
tips up.
The double. Tips up, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Yes, I definitely will see you.
Hopefully, can you guys vacate there, and I'll put leave me and Luke there. Yep. There you go. Thanks, guys. Okay.
All right. Well, you'll start that.
Cheers to Bosco.
Cheers, Bosco.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Bosco. So we'd like to just take a few minutes to send our condolences to Michael Boscovich and his family. I truly can't stress how much of an important figure Bosco was to everyone who interacted with him, and he will forever be missed. With his passing, we lost a wealth of knowledge, and the West Coast has truly lost an instrumental figure. Bosco was known coastal-wide, having spent many decades guiding, captaining, and fishing on these waters. He spent 14 years captaining the Perry and 9 years captaining the Driftwood. One of my fondest memories of working with Bosco over my 9 years working at Queen Charlotte Lodge was his sense of humor. He was always ready to play jokes. One of his go-to jokes was attaching a haly rod to one side of the boat, and he'd attach it to another haly rod on the other side of the boat. Then he'd pretend he had a big haly on, and he'd get the unsuspecting staff member to grab the rod and pretend they had a 200-pound halibut. So one of our kitchen staff, Ricky, was a victim to this prank once, and he spent about 45 minutes grunting and sweating playing the rod on the other side of the boat. Well, everyone, including the guests on board, laughed at him. So that was Bosco, enjoying every moment.
Yeah.
Truly had a wonderful life. I mean, geez, the stuff he'd probably seen. Spent 20 years. I
read his tributes, and everybody was so appreciative of him for teaching all the young people how to fish, and all this looked after all you staff, right?
Oh, he truly
This is probably like a dad, right?
Oh yeah, and Dad, you didn't want to get on the wrong side of it. He was truly tell you how it is type of guy, the type of person we need in this world right about now. Yeah. So, on that note, I got if you ever got Steve Taylor, a good friend of mine, to tell me, and of Bosco's, one of Bosco's best friend, to tell me 3 of Bosco's favorite fishing holes on the coast. So if you ever find yourself at Dundas Island, North Codville, or Bird 2, pull out a big cut plug, put the back rod out 18 pulls, take a deep breath, and think of Bosco. Who knows what'll happen? All right, tight lines, guys.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers.